And to the Tate fans, guys, stop making this guy your idol. Actually understand the message and better yourself. Think for yourself. And that's what Top G would want you to do anyway. Don't lose your ability to think critically in all aspects. Get off the man's nuts. And I say that as a fan. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dima Talks, the greatest YouTube channel on YouTube. I'm coming for you, Mr. Beast.
You're taking everything I work for, motherfucker.
If you guys are new to the channel, thanks for joining me. Let's get into it. Few names are as polarizing in our cultural climate as Andrew Tate. It seems like whenever people mention his name,
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
even you watching this right now, you either hate him or you love him. There is no in between. But why is that? What is it about the former kickboxing world champion turned internet sensation that causes all these visceral reactions? I still remember when his videos flooded my social media streams and you couldn't escape the over-the-top bravado, the odd accent, and the bald head. Remember the bald head? I gotta admit, my initial reaction was defensive. Like, who the hell is this guy telling me that I'm a pathetic excuse of a man? I'm a fucking man.
Be a man.
Yeah.
Be a man. Do the right thing.
Hey! But the longer that I was force-fed Tate's content, I noticed myself agreeing with the things he was saying.
Us all to be so distracted and selfish and self-absorbed that we can't think beyond ourselves. That's what they're trying to do to us, and it's absolutely and utterly wrong.
True.
You're a man, you have responsibilities. I think we're here to do important things, and important things are going to be difficult, and they're going to be hard, and you're going to get frustrated. But that's what gives you purpose.
You right, bro. Needless to say, not everybody had the same reaction that I did or the countless Tate fanboys. To the majority of the internet, Tate became a master villain.
You were just raided by the police for kidnapping people.
Wasn't she like...
But as we all know, this is nothing new. The internet had the same reaction to Jordan Peterson, Donald Trump, and now Andrew Tate is the new villain. There's very few people that had a neutral stance on Peterson and Trump. And to be honest, I feel like the over-the-top Andrew Tate fanboys and the Andrew Tate haters are equally deluded. We're more opinionated than we've ever been, but very few of us can actually explain why we believe what we believe. We spend so much time on the internet that it's warped our perception of reality, and that leads to cringe like this.
Bro, you're Bryce Hall, the TikTok dancer. What do you do, Bryce? Let's get this shit going, deadass. Where are we trying to do this shit?
I would smack the living fuck out of you.
Go out and fight someone of decent standing. Prove to me.
Why would I need to prove anything?
Because I own 19 houses. You understand me? My net worth is beyond a number that you can even fucking comprehend.
We live vicariously through our talking head of choice and just imitate them as much as possible and pretend that we're them. Neither of these two clowns know how to fight. At least Bryce Hall actually stepped into a ring. This other clown is just talking a big game and probably get the hell slapped out of him by Bryce. Fast forward 6 months and Andrew Tate gets locked up on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and there was a few other things. And the whole internet devolves into two opposing teams. One that wants to bury him under the prison whether there is any evidence or not, and the other that could never fathom that Daddy Tate could ever do anything wrong. They live in a world where Top G is a savior for all mankind, and they're flabbergasted that anybody could accuse him of doing anything wrong whatsoever. Guys, get a fucking grip. Although I do have to admit, I probably aligned more closely with the latter category. In my opinion, there is absolutely no way that Tate didn't scheme and manipulate at some point during this whole business ordeal. And I say that as a fan. Get off the man's nuts. But before you come to any conclusions, let me clarify. Do I think that Tate ever raped anybody? Hell no. Do I think that he physically held these girls against their will to stay at his house and make him money? Absolutely not. But do I know that Tate didn't manipulate these girls while they were there? Absolutely not. I mean, the man straight up tells you. He has like a masterclass of how to control and manipulate women.
You cannot get a girl to work for you having fucked. So the recruitment process is the same as the PhD course. You message them on Instagram. The PhD course is my recruitment system. I don't mention webcam until after I've had sex with the girl.
But to be honest, I think it's part of his intrigue. Yes, he's flawed, but so are we. He's definitely not the perfect person, but nobody is. It's part of the reason why we're drawn to him. He's not perfect, but we live in a world where nobody's perfect, and at least the man is completely open and honest. Arguing that Tate is a saint puts us in a losing category automatically. As Tate fans, what we should be arguing and putting emphasis on is how stupid and ridiculous the whole idea of the lover boy method is. Isn't it the left that primarily pushed the idea of gender equality and women are just as capable as men? Look, we all can clearly see that there's no evidence of forced entrapment, and that's why they have to resort to bullshit like the lover boy method. How is that even a possibility? Are women mentally weaker than men? Like, could you imagine if a bunch of men came to the police and say that they were held against their will at this woman's mansion and forced to do cam work? The first question would be, what did they do to keep you from leaving? And if the response was, they just paid us a lot of money and told us that they love us and we didn't want to leave, even though we went shopping all the time and left the house all the time, people would just laugh at them. The whole idea of the lover boy method becomes impossible if we believe that women are just as mentally capable as men. I mean, I think it's clear that it's completely ridiculous. The only thing entrapping those women was money and clout. I really do believe that the Romanian government is reaching, looking for something to frame this guy with. And us, the viewers, we're just biased as hell, and we just pick the side that suits our beliefs and political views. At this point, Tate's been in jail for many months. There's still no evidence in his file.
Tate has been released on house arrest. I edited the video yesterday before he got released, so yeah, that's some good news.
And the reason for that is because this whole thing is bigger than just Andrew Tate and what happened. They're trying to stop a movement, but the movement can't be stopped. Young men are sick and tired of being force-fed the bullshit ideologies that make us weak, dependent, and just pathetic. And even if they do, God forbid, figure out a way to frame this guy and get him off the internet and get young men to stop listening to him, it's not going to stop the movement. If you can't tell, every single time it's going to be a more aggressive person coming forward that men are going to follow. And to the Tate fans, guys, stop making this guy your idol. Actually understand the message and better yourself. Think for yourself. Don't lose your ability to think critically in all aspects. Look at the situation for what it is. Because if we don't do that, they're going to continue to demonize us and we won't be able to do shit about it. It's not about idolizing this guy because he's a kickboxing world champ and says the things that we think unapologetically. It's about building ourselves so we have an impact on the world and not playing video games and paying for OnlyFans like some of you simps out there. It's about becoming the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And one more thing I wanted to say is Tate's a big boy. Don't be so worried about him spending a little bit of time in jail. I believe if he's innocent, the truth will come out. He's not in prison. He's not gonna get stabbed. Don't let anybody skew your thinking and perception of reality. Not even Andrew Tate. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I know the video was kind of all over the place and I kind of ranted. It's because I didn't have a script for this video and I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts out on the topic. Remember, we all have the ability to make an impact on the world, but we have to think clearly. And that's what Top G would want you to do anyway. Anyways, much love, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on Dima Talks.